Hey everybody, Brian over at Strong Tower again and bringing you another NeuroFit session. I opted not to have music on today so that if you want to listen to music in the background, fantastic, please do. You need a couple things today, so you need a tennis ball. We're going to be using a resistance band, so you'll need a resistance band. Then you might need a wall, so something stable to hold on to, doing a little bit of balance work. And today is Beat the Trainer. So I think this is going to be kind of fun. We're going to do some things involving coordination and accuracy. So we'll get into the warm-up first, and then I'll walk you through some strength exercises and balance exercises that are also going to involve counting some repetitions and seeing if you can beat me on how many reps you can get with a tennis ball. So excited for that. I want you to start with hip circles. So we're going to do a couple positions with hip circle. First one, legs straight out in front of you. You can hold a wall if you want to. And then we're just going to circle that hip around and go both directions. So that's a front hip circle. And I also want you to work on a cross-body hip circle. So we'll bring that leg across the other leg and then circle again in that cross-body position. Remember to stay long and tall. Deep breaths as you get going here. Same thing on the other side, so we're going to bring the other leg up and forward, lock the knee, ankle is relaxed, driving that movement through the hip, and keeping a nice engaged quad so the knee stays extended all the way through that one. Same thing going cross body, doing great, good. So 3 to 5 reps each direction, breathing into that one. Next one we're going to move to is knee circle. Want you to go 1 foot forward. We're going to do a couple different positions here as well. So the first one, foot neutral and foot forward. And then circle the knee around the ankle. So remember, pain-free range of motion. Go at the speed or tempo that you're comfortable with. We could go super slow, all the way up to really fast. Again, depending on what you've practiced and your comfort level with the different speeds, but definitely something to practice and play around with at home is working on multi-position, but also multi-speed joint mobility. A lot of benefits to varying your speeds as you go. So we got that forward knee circle. Now let's take a side lunge step. So out to the side, we're going to knee circle the lunging side. So knee coming around again, staying long and tall. Way to breathe. Good. Starting to get the heart rate up a little bit. Good. Same thing on the other side. So knee circle, knee coming around the ankle. Good. Let's get into the feet. So I want you to start with a little bit of bouncing. Up on ball of foot, up on the toes. You can do this without coming off the ground, or you can get off the ground a little bit. It's up to you. Then let's go ball of foot circle. So we're going to keep the heels up off the ground. You can hold on to something if you want. Rolling a circle through that ball of foot. So up and in and then around. Moving from the big toe out to the pinky toe. Rolling your weight out and around. Then let's go into ankle tilts on the inside. So we're going to rock to the inside of the ankle over here. As you weight shift this way, the ankle tips to the inside. Same thing going the other direction. So now this ankle. Gentle tilts, really good. Same thing, other foot forward. Let's start with the foot turned in, and then gentle outside tilt. Then turn that foot out. Same thing, outside tilt. Nice. Way to breathe. Repeat on the other side. So foot turned out. I want to practice those different foot positions. Foot turned in. Just prepping them for day-to-day life. Cool testimonial. Somebody who had a fall for the first time in her life, and she kind of just had a minor ankle tweak, so the ankle was a little sore for a couple days. She, I think, stepped off kind of a curb and then actually caught herself with the opposite hand from the ankle that sort of rolled or tilted over, and she was like, I'm glad I'm doing my ankle tilts because I feel like I bounced back super fast from that, like the joint was actually prepared to be in that position. And that's really the point of doing some of these things is multi-speed, multi-position, so your brain gets a map for all those different weird positions that we might get in life. Let's go into I phase lunge position. So this is basically a template lunge, so we can go sideways, forwards, back, with a little bit of different focus on the back lunges than are taught in the traditional fitness setting. So let's start with a back lunge. You're actually going to shift your weight back, keep the front leg straight, back leg bent. So a traditional one would look like this. Today we're going to drop back into this back heel with the heels down, front leg stays straight. From there we're going to work into the upper body. So I want you to glide the wrists up and down. Really good. Let's go faster. Good. Shift tempo in and out, slow. So focus on the wrist joint itself, moving in, then out, and then speed it up. Maybe switch. Go both in and out, and go one of each. Good. Shake that out. Whew. Feeling that tension in the forearms a little bit. Step back with the other foot, so settling back into that hip, knee bend, and heel on the back leg that you lunge back onto. Front leg's going to stay straight. So from there, let's go elbow circle. So around, get a full range of motion on these, and let's start slow. If you can get that full range of motion and maintain it, go ahead and speed them up. Other way. Great work. Good. Should be getting your heart rate up. These lunge positions are great for doing an isometric or making the lower body work while we're getting your upper body warmed up. So let's go to the side now. So side lunge, a little bit of pelvic tuck here, and let's go to shoulder circles. So let's start out to the side. Think about reaching the hands away from each other. Get long through the arms. Come back around the other direction. Good. And then if you're good at that tempo, go ahead and speed it up. And reverse. Good. Let's lunge the other way. Let's go one in front, one arm overhead, lock the elbows. Start with slow shoulder circles again. So a little pelvic tuck. Controlling that pelvis, keep it right under the ribs. Slow the other direction and then speed them both up. Whew. Go the other way. Starting to get a little sweat going here, it's good. Switch, so one's going to go forward, opposite's going to go up. Start slow. And shoulder circle, really nice. Good, getting the legs working and warming up the upper body at the same time. Speed that up. Here we go. Other direction, nice, way to go. Awesome. All right, shake that out. So from there, let's go forward lunge position. We're going to create like a full body tensioning and then an explosive relaxation. So on the tensioning, you're going to rise up, squeeze the abdomen, squeeze the legs, squeeze the arms, make tight fists, little tension even in head and neck to create stability there. And then should almost have like a little drop when you relax. So I'm going to cue you tense, relax, okay? Everything should drop and relax on the relax. We can even do a little bit of a breath hold here. We're not going to go super long on them. So in the lunge position, go ahead and tense everything. Tight, tight, tight. Relax. Good. Other side, lunge forward the other way. So ready, tense, tight, tight, tight. Relax. Good. Same thing in the side lunge. Let's go sideways. Ready, tight, brace. Relax. Good. Other side, ready, tense. Relax. Good. This should just be kind of like this drop, loosey-goosey with everything in the arms, shoulders when you go into that relaxation. So we want to be able to contract, relax through full range of motion. Fantastic to kind of amp up your sympathetics and get you ready to move and get you ready to beat the trainer. So we're going to then go into an attached forward lunge and side lunge. I have my band attached to the upright here. So if you don't have something to tie the band around like a post or upright, what you can do is tie it in a knot. So you're actually going to tie a knot in the band and then loop that through a doorway. So imagine that you're throwing that in a doorway and make sure that you shut the door so that you're pulling it closed instead of pulling on the band to open the door. We don't want any surprises, especially when we're loading these lunges. So find a spot where you can either tie it around an upright, a post, or go ahead and make a knot in your band and then loop it in, tie it into the doorway. So I'll walk you through what we're going to do with the lunges. We're going around the waistline, so we're anchored in right below the belly button, kind of around the belt buckle. We're going to start with some forward lunge, so think posterior tilt in the pelvis, and forward lunges. We'll just alternate legs. I like the band here because it creates some variability, creates some horizontal loading. So in the pelvis, hip, low back area, we're getting some nice horizontal force. So positive impact can be more bone density based on that kind of loading. And we're also reducing the strain on the knees. So as you step out, there's less force because the band is actually pulling me back a little bit to slow down that lunge. And again, you go at the pace and the depth that works really well for you. So we want these to be pain-free. Same thing with side lunges. So I'm going to turn 90 degrees to my attachment point, side lunge out, and then push back off. You can go slow, controlled, get a feel for that resistance so you don't get slingshotted back towards your attachment point. Really good. Let's do one more. 3 to 5 each direction. Turn other side, side lunges. Good, doing great. So really good for warming up the hips, warming up the feet. Good. So from there, we're going to go into a little bit of low back circling. So again, band is right around the belt buckle area. I'm going to drop into a little knee bend. From there, I'm going to bend to the side, relax the front arm, shoulder. Let it roll in front. Other arms just hanging out to the side. I'm going to roll through the front. Nice and gentle. Relaxed, pain-free range of motion. Coming up nice and tall. We want to re-lengthen, go the other way. Let the shoulder and arm drop across. Come through the front, up the other side, re-lengthening into that. Let's do one more. Around and back up tall. Nice. Whew. Good. Around and back up tall. Way to go. So I should be getting warmed up. From there, nerve glides. So I want you to couple nerve glides today with a 2-8 breathing pattern. So really good to do some tempo breathing. Respiration tempo is going to help your respiratory system, which from everything that everybody's talking about right now obviously is really important. Helps with immunity, helps with stamina, helps with endurance, helps with energy, helps with fat loss, yada yada. It's important. We've been saying this for, 3-4 years. So with the nerve glides, I want you to breathe in through the nose for 2 puffs, and then out through the mouth for 8 puffs. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I actually do want you to be fairly forceful with your breath in and out. So we're going to go ahead and set up nerve glides for lower body, foot, toes pulled up. I'm going to go in and out 2-8 while I pump the knee. If you can't get to 8 on the exhale, that's okay. Do 2-6, okay? Here we go. Really good. Same thing other side, so toes pulled up. Just going to settle into that. Find a light stretch in the hamstring, back of the leg, behind the knee. Maybe it's lower leg. Tilting the foot side to side too is great while you do those knee pumps. Same thing on the other side, so we're going to go ahead and this time push the toes down towards the floor and foot turned in slightly. Once you find that light stretch, same breathing. You can add a little bit of spinal movement, rotation into it if you're comfortable with that. Same thing on the other side. Good, let's move to upper body. So arms extended, fingers are open, shoulders down, 2-8 breathing. Head can go side to side. Bring the elbows up, fingers still open and extended. The wrists are extended and 2-8 again. Good, one more. So thumb across the palm, we're going to flex the wrist, bring the shoulders down, and then the thumb is pulled away from me. Shoulders down and 2-8. So in, head side to side, and 2-8. Let's do one more there. Really good. So the first one we're going to do here is not part of the beat the trainer sequence, but from a strength standpoint, really good for speed development, really good for your vestibular system. We're going forward, backwards, up, down, so we're stimulating your utricles, your saccules, your anterior, your posterior canals, whole bunch of good stuff on both sides of the vestibular system. So what we're going to do is come out to two objects on the floor. So if you have cones, fantastic. If you have a book or something set on the floor, two different spots kind of set up in a V pattern. And if you don't have them, that's great. You can imagine that you're touching a cone. So we're going to get that band that you had before for the lunges set up around the waistline. And then I'm going to come out, touch, come back, back pedal, come out to the opposite cone, touch, and come back. So we're going to go Tabata here, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, followed by a shuffle. So I'm going to shuffle out to the right, touch the cone, shuffle back, turn, shuffle out to the left, touch the cone, come back in, turn again. So now we're doing more lateral movement on the second variation of that. So we're going to couple those back and forth, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds of rest. Ready, set, and here we go. So we got the band around the waist, we're going out, forward, back, keeping it moving. You go at your tempo. You don't have to run. You can walk these out. And then coming out into your lunge. Good job. Way to push. You got this. And good. Rest. First round done. We're going to switch to that lateral side slide movement. And when you're ready, here we go. Sliding out. First touch to a cone or an imaginary cone. Turn the body and go out with the opposite hand. So right hand leads, come out, slide out. Left hand leads. Little choppy steps are good here. Go at your tempo. You're doing this. Good. Way to knock it out. Good. Woo. All right. Having some fun. So we're going to go 2 of each of these, and then we'll get into the scored ones where you get to start to work on beating the trainer. So going forward, back. Good. Coming out. A little bit of level change, so up nice and tall, drop a little bit, get that level change as you reach towards the core or the floor. Good. Go forward, back. You got this. Woo. Way to push. Nice. Good. All right, 10-second break. We got one more with the side slide, so we're going to go ahead and side shuffle out. Get band secured around the waist. Here we go. Right hand touch, left hand touch, right foot leads, left foot leads. So we're doing a little turn as you get back towards your attachment point, and then shuffle back out. Way to work. Here we go. Good. So doing a good job moving in all 3 planes of motion right now. Good. Whew. Awesome. I'm going to reset, and I'll talk you through the next one. So if you want to grab a sip of water quick, feel free to do so. Please do so. And we're then going into side slides with a right hand toss. So the side shuffle we just did was feet dynamic and working across the floor. Now we're going to do one where we're sliding the upper body similar in that horizontal plane, but we're going to keep the feet static. The catch here is that we're going to be tossing and catching a ball. So while you're side sliding, keeping the hips down, head level, hopefully, you're going to do a toss and catch with the right hand for the first 20 seconds, and then the left hand for the second 20 seconds. So you're going to keep score, right hand, how many reps. You're going to need to remember that, so a little bit of short-term memory work, store it, and then second hand for the second 20 seconds, okay? When we get done with that, we're going to total the score for side slides. So you'll get 20 seconds with the right hand, 20 seconds with the left hand. And get the clock started on 20 seconds. You can get in your wide stance. Ready, set, and here we go. So we're sliding, weight shifting right to left. And count your reps. Good. So I don't know how many you got at home. I got 20 reps there. So again, gonna remember that first number. We're gonna go to the second hand, switch hands and go. All right, so 22, so my left hand was better than my right somehow. Good, and I'm gonna reset this again, and then we'll move on to the next drill. So if you wanna make a quick note of your first couple scores there, you're welcome to do that. And we're gonna go into some single leg work, and two options. So we're gonna do a single hand juggle, one hand tossing, the other catching, or we'll do a 2-ball juggle where one hand tosses, the other catches. So you go ahead and get a second tennis ball here, and we're going 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. So first version is on the right leg, and 2-ball. If you have one tennis ball, you're going to toss with one hand, catch with the other, pass it back to the first hand, okay? So we're going that direction. Second version, we're going to switch to the other leg, work on balance there, and then toss and catch with the opposite hand, passing across underneath, or the 2-ball version of that as well. So ready, either got one tennis ball or two, and we're going to go ahead and count those reps again. Working on increasing your accuracy, increasing your speed and coordination over time here. So you can come back and repeat this one if you don't meet me on the first round. Please do on the second, third round, and then you can send me a message and let me know. Ready, set, and here we go. So 20 seconds on the clock. Good job. So store that number mentally. If you need to be on 2 feet here, it's okay too. Feet together is a great option. And then we're going the other direction, other foot. Or feet together. Good. Whew. All right, so 30-30 were my numbers. You can jot them down again. Go ahead and reset the clock, and we'll move on to the next drill in just a second. So let me give you a chance to jot that down. Grab water if you need it. Doing awesome. So you might have noticed that one leg, when we start to challenge the upper body with a second task, and create some movement variability with the arms moving around, one leg might need more help with balance than the other. That's the side that we probably want to do more vestibular work on. We'd probably want to do more cerebellum work on. So if you know, like our figure eights, our complex nonlinear work, that side would probably be the target for some of that type of complex joint movement work, or maybe vestibular. So head movements to that side can help up-regulate that cerebellum and help with the balance on that side specifically. So next one, we're going into a box plank with a ball bounce. So I'm going to be on a box. You could work on a couch or a countertop. So you want to find a spot where you can put hands on couch or countertop. Hopefully have flooring or carpeting that will allow your ball to bounce. So we're going to do some dribbling here. So we're going to count repetitions again. Going plank position, offhand is bouncing the ball, and every bounce is a rep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Same concept, we're going 20 seconds on, 10 seconds of rest. We're going to cycle back through these. So we'll do 2 rounds of each, and we're going plank in just a second. I'll let you set up, grab your tennis ball. Remember to count your reps and go. right, so 24, I'm not going to count that last one. It was after the bell. You're going to go ahead and set up. Remember that number. Set up on the other side. And go, way to go. $27 on that side, 24 on the first. Awesome work. Way to push through these. Woo! So, really good accuracy and coordination work. Working on processing speed in the brain too. So, some really good brain activation stuff happening right now, as well as the motor drive that we're working on for midline stability on these. So, box plank, 124. 27. Good. So I'm going to do a quick math calculation, hopefully quick. We got 61 and 2, and then 153 is 2. So total for that first round, if you're working on beating the trainer, is 155. I'm going to walk you through back a second round of everything so that we can get a good amount of work done here. I'm not going to count for the second round, so just stick with that 155 number if you're working on just the competitive aspect here. Totally up to you if you want to do that or not. Go at your pace, and this can be something that you work on just developing over time. So you can come back to this session once a week, once a month, and just work on these accuracy tasks. Really good just for brain health, brain activation. So the first one we're going right back to is the side slides with the right hand, left hand toss. So you're going to get in that wide base, sink the hips down towards the floor a little bit, drive right to left. And you start with whichever hand you want, counting reps, ready, set, and go. We're going toss and catch, and go. Toss and catch here, good. Maybe I should be talking and distracting you since I'm not counting on this round. That's a strategy that they use over at Learning RX in Savage to work on cognition and improving cognitive aspects and your attention, your ability to focus. They're adding load as they do their brain training there by trying to distract through noise, movement of the trainer, to really help that person dial in their attention and focus on the task that they were given, whether that was vocabulary or a math problem, but really fantastic idea. And so I'm going to be a little chatterbox and talk it up on this next round. So the next one we're going to single leg balance with the juggling concept. So we're going one hand over the other, or single ball, single leg. You're going toss and catch to the same hand every time on the first round. Switch it on the second round. So ready, set, here we go. You got this. Remember to count your reps. Good. Going to call out some numbers just to help a little bit. So 5, 27. You keep counting though. 3, blue, green, really good. Nice job. Awesome. So we're going to go to the other foot. You got this. Switch hands. So opposite hand gets to catch now. And go. You ready? Good. Feet could be together. You could be on that single leg balance if you're comfortable with that. Good job. 35, 3, 20, 15, 11, 8, 7, 28, 2, 35, -3. Good. All right. Woo! Way to finish. We got the next one is the plank. So you're on, could be a wall, holding on to a wall, bouncing the ball off the wall. It could be, so that would look like this. You're going to toss and catch off the wall. Or it could be on a countertop, a couch, a chair, or going bounce off the floor. So count your reps. Every bounce counts. Ready, set, here we go. Good, so abs are braced. Keeping the core engaged. Feet can be wide here to create a more stable, wider base. And 3, 18, 12, you got this. One neat thing I find is that I don't hit muscle fatigue as much when I'm doing an external focus. So the tennis ball also gives us an external target or focus for the brain to work on. And I'm not feeling like a 20-second plank is really fatiguing me all that much. A lot of times it's because the brain really likes a target. And when we drive your focus external, it's a lot tougher to focus on the internal and how challenging the actual fitness exercise is. So for me, these are really fun. Guys, thanks for playing. Beat the trainer. That's round 2. I'm going to shut off the beeping noise. Way to go. And then we're going to cool down with some nerve glides, a little bit of bouncing, a little bit of rotation, some ankle circles. So I want you to start with, let's do that 2-8 breathing again. So see if we can recover respiration-wise and get back to a 2 inhale, 8 exhale with the puffs. So you get the idea. So we're going to pull toes up, go back into those nerve glides, settle into a gentle stretch on the back of the leg there. You can drop in, come out of it, breathing. Change the foot position. Good. Same thing on the other side. Hopefully I'm getting 2-8. You might be laughing at me at home if I'm not hitting 2-8 like I said. Let's go into a saphenous nerve glide. So we're going to step forward. Back foot is flared out or angled out about 45 degrees. We're going to settle up onto that arch of the foot, really pushing the arch into the floor. Pinky toe comes up off the floor. From there, posterior pelvic tilt. We'll do some rotations away, holding that hard posterior tilt in the pelvis. So breathing. Good. Same thing on the other side. Forward lunge, tilt the ankle to the inside. Way to finish this workout. Nerve glides are a fantastic way to cool down, curve down or cool down at the end of your session. It's just going to keep those peripheral nerves healthy. We're learning more and more about the nerve connection to the skeletal system and how these actually impact your bone density too. So fantastic as a daily practice to keep, again, good brain-body connection, good awareness of everything, and also keep those nerves from getting tacked down or entrapped, and it prevents issues with the nerves. So it's a saphenous nerve glide. Let's do a couple more with the upper body. So we're going to go ahead and bend the elbows about 30 degrees. Internally rotate at the shoulder, pushing the hand back and the elbow forward. Shoulder down from there, and let's 2-8 breathe with a little head movement away. Good, shake it out, same thing on the other side. Slight elbow bend, shoulder down, hand pushes back behind you, elbow's gonna try to drive forward, and then head away. Really good. From there, we're gonna go into the suprascapular nerve. So I'm gonna bring my elbow up, bent to 90 degrees. Drop into internal rotation in the shoulder. I'm going to then put my other hand behind the elbow, secure it across the body. So pulling it inside the shoulder on that side. Shoulder blade is down and back. From there, I'm going to make sure this is secured. Drop the head away, forward, and then chin tuck. So it's head away, forward, and chin tuck to chest. This one feels sort of like a funny stretch. You may not feel a nervy sensation on it, and that's okay. So elbow to 90, and drop into internal rotation in the shoulder, pull, elbow across the body, secure it, shoulder blade down and back, head away, head forward, chin tuck. Do a little 2-8 breathing, shoulder blade down and back, elbow across. and adding in the head movements. Good. From there, we're just going to bounce it out. A little bit of toe bounce again. Letting things relax. Way to go. Did some great work for your brain and body today. Grab some water when you're done. Grab a protein shake or source of some lean protein if you're going into a meal is the next thing. Going into some rotations, just relax here. Let the arms float and swing. And then the last one for today I want you to go through is ankle circles. So we're just going to finish up with big circles through the ankle. Try to control that leg so the leg shouldn't be doing a circle with the ankle. Try to differentiate the two. Good. And then same thing on the other side. Stable hip, stable leg position, big ankle circles. You got this. Whew. Thanks for moving with me. Keep it up, and we'll see you for the next Zoom or in-person, outside right now, or NeuroFit sessions based on where you're at and what you're doing. Thanks.